Okay, so today we'll be talking about prospecting, and my name is Alam Mustafa from Fremont Market Center, and I've been in business for about 20 years, and most of it with Keller Williams in Fremont. So in today's session, you'll be able to describe prospecting and how it contributes to lead generation. Most likely you know what exactly lead generation means, right? Generating leads to so you create a pipeline of prospects to go through the whole transaction. And you'll be able to explain the different prospecting methods, and you will be able to develop your own prospecting plan. Okay. So that's what we'll be focusing on, lead generating for buyers. And everyone got their material, participant material in a PDF form, right? You can refer to that from time to time. So we'll be talking about lead generation for both buyers and sellers, okay? And so just this part on the left side to grow your business, to generate leads for buyers and sellers. So can anyone tell me or tell others, everyone, what really prospecting means to them so far? What from other classes or anything you know about prospecting? Do you know what prospecting is?
Basically just going out there and just trying to put yourself out there and talk to anybody in any way possible about what you're doing and market yourself.
Mainly, obviously, real estate, right? Talk about real estate.
Mm-hmm.
See if they're interested in, if they have any plans to buy or sell or invest.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Yeah. Okay. Anyone else? Okay. So, this is what we are going to cover. So what we do as for prospecting, it'll generate leads. That's the first step, and then we'll get more deep into different prospecting methods. And third one is taking action and developing your plan, which suits you, depending on what your goals are. And then recap, and you will be able to create your own success list. And then we'll get into daily success habits as far as prospecting is concerned. Okay, so I think you have learned it from previous Ignite class, this lead generation model, right? When you prospect and prospecting and marketing, when you capture the leads, then they become contacts, and you they go into the your command, and then you keep in touch with them, and then see when they are ready to either buy or sell or both. Okay, and then the fifth step is the actual appointment, and then either show them homes for buying, or make a listing presentation to get a listing signed, and then go under contract, and go through the escrow process and close. So the lead generation should always be prospecting based and marketing enhanced. What it means is you should be focusing on prospecting first, not start with marketing, because marketing will cost you money, and initially, unless you have a budget, you will not be able to do it. Plus, marketing takes time to generate any potential leads. So prospecting, with prospecting, you can, if you go out, knock on doors or cold call, or call your sphere or your contacts or whoever is in your database and all, you can potentially either generate direct business or referral business. But marketing, different marketing methods could take some time. Yeah. Okay, so we will be talking about mainly prospecting. As they say, it has to be your efforts should be focused on prospecting and then less on marketing, because once you have some business and all that, maybe you can think about doing some marketing. And as I said, there are two methods of generating leads, either prospect or market. And then you have to time block for both, prepare as well as, and then take action and maintain. Okay, so as this shows, the triangle, the prospecting is the basic. It's mostly prospecting. Because as I said before, it has to be prospecting based, marketing enhanced. It is proactive. You're taking action right now to generate leads, and it's time intensive. We have to spend time in prospecting, and you may get immediate results. I know someone in our office, just a new agent, started cold calling just the neighborhoods, and he got 2 listings, and they are over $1 million. So it is possible to generate leads and actual have business when you start prospecting. Okay, so can you turn to page 4 in your participant guide? So there are different ways to prospect, right? The for sale by owners and expired listings. Does anyone know what for sale by owner and expired listings mean?
A home that's for sale by a owner, or a house that was up on the market and is no longer, like, it didn't sell, so.
Right, it didn't sell.
Expired.
A listing agreement expired for whatever reasons. So, and then for sale by owner, they were trying to, let's say you find a listing on for sale fsbo.com or whatever, they are maybe advertising somewhere else all over on the internet maybe, and you find out that they don't have an agent, right? And then Circle prospecting, neighborhoods. You could pick a neighborhood and start calling people, apartment complexes, recently sold listings. This is just listed and recently listed properties, uh, uh, just listed. So you could pick a, a listing that has just sold, and then get the phone numbers of neighborhood around it, and with the script you could follow and tell. Basically, what you're doing is informing people who pick up the phone, go through a script and explain to them that, or tell them that their such and such property in their neighborhood has sold for so much, or how in this market it has sold over the asking price, how much, and all that. And are they thinking of moving? If they're moving, then obviously they'll be most likely be selling their home, and then maybe buying other place out of state or out of the area, whatever. And then community outreach, same way for listed. You could just pick a listing that just came on the market. Either could be from your own market center or any other brokerage. You're just informing a neighborhood that the property came on the market in their neighborhood. If they know someone who may be thinking of moving, or are they moving. So there's a specific script. I don't know if you have it with you. I mean, you have it, you have seen it before. And then community outreach, you could do, if you belong to a church or a charity, or if you do volunteer work, you could be talking to people there. Key relationships, meaning if you have worked before, corporations, builders or banks, you could have a relationship with people in there. Data companies, meaning they provide the address and phone numbers of the homeowners. And also the investors, you could be talking to people that are in your database, or friends, or co-workers, people from previous work, or whatever, see if they are interested in investing. Or you could just call a neighborhood. Even cold calling works if they are interested in investing in homes, in properties. Teaching and speaking opportunities, you could see initially, if someone is new, that may not be, you may not have the confidence to do it. So, and then door to door, you could be knocking on doors. You could go to networking events, have a booth or kiosk in walk-ins. Okay. So next in this section, you'll be able to explain what the different prospecting methods are.
Alam, in
Yeah.
your 20 years of experience, what's your favorite way to prospect?
My favorite first one is I have developed a database of my past clients and my friends, my family, and others that I know from my church and work and all that. That's the first one. The next one, how I developed the database in got business initially was open houses, and then cold calling. Cold calling meaning my favorite is just sold. You're just You take a script and just call that, the property has sold, just sold as well as just listed.
Okay.
I use Mojo to call, which gives if you put in the address and it'll draw a circle or radius or whatever, you could get a lot of names and numbers. You could just start calling. The simplest one. Uh, Not much. I mean, there is always people hang up and they say not interested. After so many, they think someone will say, "Yeah, I'm thinking about moving," or they may say, "Yeah, I was thinking about investing." Have run into that, and kept even if they were not interested in moving right away. Maybe they say, "Oh, maybe a year from now." I just put them in my database and kept on following, and eventually they turned into business.
And what is Mojo? Is that an app?
Mojo is a dialer as well as they give
Oh,
all the uh, names of neighborhoods as well as expireds and FISBOs and all that. You can, if you want, you can just take the neighborhood. It's not much. I don't remember exactly how much it is. And then dial each number yourself. Or if you pay a little extra, you could add a dialer. There's a single line dialer or two line or three line dialer. So it will automatically keep on dialing, and you keep looking at the on your screen, computer screen, and whenever someone answers, you follow the script, make notes if if you did make a contact, or if there's no one or they don't, it's a disconnected number or whatever, you just go to the next and keep on going. So you could easily make 20, 30, at least 20 contacts, actual contacts in a day in a couple of hours
okay.
calling. So it's very efficient, is what I'm saying. I've used Mojo for a long time.
Okay, thank you.
Mhm. Anyone else have any question?
Do you have to pay for Mojo?
Oh yeah, it's a private service. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. It's compared to the amount of information they provide, I see now that each one has not only phone numbers. Some prospects could have multiple phone numbers and including cell phone numbers, and they give emails also. Most of it, not all, obviously. They give emails. I'm not sure how accurate the emails are, but you could start making calls and find out, if the number is correct. Most of them are correct. Some of them obviously are disconnected numbers or they don't pick up and all that. So I think there are other services also, not just Mojo. I'm not talking about only Mojo. Okay. So the other way is, as I said, be prospecting based, marketing enhanced. You start with either, you could use the same script for door knocking or calling on the phone. I did initially, I used to do some door knocking, but not a whole lot. But I think most efficient is the calling. You could be in the office, no matter what the weather is, you could be calling and you'll reach more people. If you set aside 2 to 3 hours a day, 5 days a week, you could start generating business almost right away. Okay. And then agent to agent referrals, you keep in touch with agents who are not in your specific area, outside of your area or even out of state. You go to events like Keller Williams family reunion or whatever, you exchange business cards and refer them business if someone, some of your clients are moving in their area or vice versa. You never know. You can get referrals. These days, in our market at least, for a long time, since pandemic, we haven't seen too many open houses. Now they're starting to come back. People are starting to do open houses. They have been doing, but limited, but now it's getting more common. The last one is social media. Social media, will get into it a little bit towards the end. It has to be more personal, 80% personal, 20% business on your Facebook or whatever page you're using. Okay, so the door knocking. Door knocking, you have to, I think you have to have some script. Otherwise, you'll be, you just going there and don't know what to say. So a specific, as I said, script, a simple script is just listed or just sold. Or if you don't have any listing or anything that's sold, you could just say you are covering this area and would like to introduce yourself, give them business card or whatever, and then ask them if they have any plans on moving, or if they know someone who may be moving. That way, if they are, I have found that face-to-face people have less tendency to be reject you right away. They might say, no, I don't know. And they'll probably say politely, but over the phone, they can slam the phone or whatever. So you have to be, but the only thing is, how many doors can you knock in a day? And what if the weather is bad, too hot, or raining or whatever? Okay. So, okay, so agent-to-agent referrals, as I think I had covered. People not in your area, or someone even in your area doesn't want to take on that client or whatever, they just refer you, and you could do the do the same. In command, you can there's a way to look for other agents in Keller Williams. You could search them and add them to your contact, or and then maybe they can refer you business, or you refer them business and get a referral fee if you send them referrals. Okay. Okay. Has anyone done open houses? Anyone?
No, not yet.
Anyone else? Somebody must have done some open house. Are you mostly new? Most of the agents here?
Yes, new.
Yeah,
Oh,
we
no.
did.
Almost brand new. Just got license.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Okay. But you're starting to learn. You're taking the whole Ignite, all the Ignite classes and all that.
Yes.
Other things, learning contracts and all that, right?
Yes.
But is anyone doing any kind of prospecting? Like they're let's say starting with their friends and family even. So what I would say is for open houses, first, at least first couple of open houses, um, shadow someone, experienced agent, see how they do it. You may not get any leads in the first couple of open houses. That's what I recommend. When I first got started, I didn't know any, I just started doing open houses. I picked up even 20 years ago, $1 million clients. They bought home from me. They didn't buy the one that they came to the open house. I was simply just asking, um, do you want to buy this house? And they say, no, we are not interested. I said, can you give me your name and number? I'll show you other homes. Some of them did, some of them didn't, or they gave wrong numbers or whatever. But I've kept on following up with them, and eventually got them into homes over $1 million. At that time, $1 million was a lot. Right now, it's pretty common in the Bay Area, immediate Bay Area anyway. And then they sold their home also through me. So that's how I got started, plus my own friends and family and all that. Okay. So no one has done any open house?
Yes,
You
I
have?
hold, yeah, I
Okay.
hold like 2 to 3 open houses.
Oh, okay. What was your experience?
It's good. I like it, and there is an opportunity for you when you reach out to the people face to face, talking to them.
Mm-hmm.
Even the thing is, you talk to them if they want to buy or sell. If they're interested, some others they will come and they have their own realtors
Yeah.
to work with.
Yeah.
But I think it's a good thing to start with. You never know, as you said. It's like
Yeah.
it's kind of prospecting, and you learn a lot.
Right.
And before the night before, the day before, whatever you have time, just knock around the area that you have open house and telling them that you have an open house by this time if you have anybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. It's good.
Yeah.
So
That's
to
a really
start
good
your
idea.
business with.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a really good idea of knocking on doors around the open house and tell them you're having an open house tomorrow, whatever day, and then maybe even bring a flyer about the property, the
Correct.
open house you're doing. Give them that
Correct.
with your contact
Hand it to
information.
them with the business card. Correct.
Right. Invite them and ask them, because most of the neighbors are really interested in finding out what the home looks like, their neighbor's home, and what is it listed at. Either they're interested in, even if they are not moving right away, they're just curious, right? And especially
Correct.
open, they can just go in and find out more information what compared to their house, what this house looks like, and then they have some idea. Okay, my house is similar. I think it'll sell for this much, same price or whatever, give or take. And whenever they have to move, they'll probably contact a realtor. So why not you? Why not us, right? So yeah, and people walking in to the open house, I see that a lot of them have their own realtor, but you have to, what I do is I don't ask if they have a realtor. They'll tell me if they have a realtor. I start talking to them. I ask them, are they interested in this house, in making an offer on this? They
Yes,
say,
correct.
They say, yeah, they are interested. Then they'll say, if they have a realtor, they'll tell me. But if they don't have a realtor, you assume that they don't have a realtor. But eventually you may have to ask, otherwise they'll take all the information and then ask their realtor to write the offer. So at some point you have to ask, but initially I try to make conversation and go forward. I don't really ask. Most of the people tell us they have a realtor, right? Okay, any other experiences in the open house? Has anyone picked up a client from open house or working on a client that they have picked up from the open house? Anybody? Okay. Okay. And then whoever you pick up at open house or anywhere, you add them into command. Okay. And
I have
does
fixed them up, but they just haven't, some of them haven't been ready and then others were, but then I forgot to ask about like if new builds were on their radar. And I put them on a drip for them to go in the neighborhood that they wanted and specifically what they requested, but then they ended up going to a new build. So always make sure that you ask your client if they would ever consider a new build.
Yeah, that's a good idea. You always ask them if they are interested in new builder, and you research if there is anything matching their criteria, what area they want, in their price range or whatever. If there are new construction coming in and are happening, then you can contact them back and say, because first time they go to the new builder, unless they give your name or you go with them, you won't get anything. You won't get any commission if the builder is paying commission, right? So you have to make sure that they register under you as a realtor, meaning they go to the new construction. Okay, so does anyone know what tags are in command? You add the contacts and then add tags. You give them a tag like open house. You met them at the open house, and other things. A contact could have multiple tags. They could be you got them from door knocking, and they are a buyer or a seller or both or whatever. You can add them tags, and you have them on a smart plan. So you keep in touch with them. And there's a specific plans under smart plan. You have to make calls at certain points, send email, or even a mail, whatever, all that. Okay. Okay. The open house, you could just do by yourself or bring someone like a stager or a loan agent or whatever, and help you in talking to people. People, especially if they are buyers, first-time buyer or not even first-time buyer, they have to, unless they have already been pre-qualified or pre-approved, they need help in getting all that done about their finances, the pre-approval. So you could have a loan agent with you to do the open house, or anyone else related to the real estate, like a stager or someone from like a contractor or someone who thinks, who does remodeling or something. If somebody walks in, they think they if they sell their home, they have to, fix it up, whatever. They could talk to the contractor right there. Okay. And then third is get the house in showing shape, meaning clean it up unless it's already staged. The other agent who's listing it has staged it, or if you could get your own listing, you get it in shape and clean it up and have a staging and all that. Then you put up all the signs and everything, as someone said, knock on doors one day before or even on the same day, and a couple of hours before. You could go around the neighborhood and pass on flyers and invite people to the open house. Okay, next we are getting briefly into social media. So almost everyone has at least a Facebook or LinkedIn account or Twitter even, right? So what it's saying is, okay, can you have participant guide, right? Can you go to page 11 of that? Let's see, let me go. Page 11. Is everyone on that? Page 11 of participant guide?
Yes.
Okay. So this is more marketing. It could be even prospecting on social media. So you could have mostly personal, but some of your business, like if you're doing an open house, you could advertise that initially. And you have to obviously determine where you want your prospects to be, location, and what kind of interest they have. And you can share the posts. You can have different companies. There are different people. Has everyone heard of Keep Current Matters? Keeping Current Matters is a company which I use it. It gives a blog post every day, 5 days a week, weekdays only, and I post it on my Facebook. And I have my own group, Bay Area Real Estate Group. You may want to look it up. I started it just a couple of years ago. There are over 7,500 agents and others also on there. You could advertise even from Vacaville or whatever, all the your own listings, or you could have your ad about you on there. It's on Facebook. It's called Bay Area Real Estate Group. Look it up on Facebook.
What was the name of the app that you use for the blog post? You said Keep Current?
Keeping. First word is keeping.
Uh-huh.
Current.
Uh-huh.
CURRENT. Current Matters.
Okay. Thank you so much.
It has a lot of information. But not only blog posts, they have other buyer presentation, listing, guides, not presentations, listing guides, seller guides, buyer guides, and a lot of other things, statistics. It's more national, but still, you could post that or send it to your database. Just to keep your database informed, or even post on your even personal Facebook page or LinkedIn page. I do both as well as Twitter. I post it every day, every weekday. And then they have something, anything special, I post that, and I use the buyer guides and seller guides and other things from there. It's really good material. You can look it
Did
up.
you say it's an app?
No, it's not an app. You get you log in to their site, okay, and their past posts, blog posts, and all that. So you could share it. There's a way you could share it to on your Facebook page or email it to your database.
Okay,
Yeah,
thank you.
it's not an app. It's a website,
Mhm.
but you have to pay for it, obviously. It's very reasonable. It's initially it's only $25 a month. So
Okay,
yeah, you could stand out, when you post those kind of posts.
Yeah, this website through Facebook.
No, it's not nothing to do with Facebook. You could
Okay,
post
that's
on
just
Facebook,
separate
whatever
website. Okay, we can
separate
post it.
website, whatever
Mhm.
blogs they have every day for you. You could
Okay.
you personalize it first with your picture and name and
Correct.
contact information. When it posts on whatever Facebook, Twitter, it'll be branded to you.
Mm.
Okay, because several agents could be posting it. I know some others posted, but there's not much competition. I mean, everyone in my market, there's also, although it's a huge market, I mean, the Bay Area, there's not too many people doing it. So I stand out in a way. So I'm not, and it's all ready to be posted. You don't have to do anything except personalize it once, and then you could share it.
Mhm.
And look up my group, Bay Area Real Estate Group. You guys could. How far are you from the Bay Area? I mean, let's say I'm in Fremont, roughly. Vacaville is,
About 45 minutes away.
yeah. Okay.
We're north. Yeah, Fairfield. So on the other side of the uh, Carquinez Bridge. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Got it. Yeah. I've shown homes in Fairfield, you know.
Yeah, Fairfield and Vacaville are really close.
Right. Yeah. You could easily advertise in the Bay Area.
Hmm.
You know, people, some of my clients want to move on that side because it's so expensive over here, market,
Right.
right? Okay. So for social media, as this says, 80% of your posts should be about personal and only 20% business, unless you have your business page. It'll be strictly business page. Then you have to invite all your contacts into your business page, right? Okay, so next we'll be covering the taking action and developing your plan for prospecting. So you have to select the prospecting methods that you're going to use and see which one would you want to do. You cannot have too many prospecting methods, otherwise you could be stretching it too much and not getting much results. Okay, this is a list of different ways of prospecting. The first one, the list is in no order: door knocking to calls to spheres, agent referrals, for sale by owners, open houses, social media, sign calls, all these. Then you, first of all, okay, go to page 13 of your guide. Let me see. Yeah. You're on page 13. What you should do is you can take these down unless they are already in your participant guide. They are probably not, right? It's blank, right? List lead sources and order of lead sources in top 5. You would have to take notes on this. Which one you want to use in what order, and prioritize means what which will be your first. You want to do door knocking or calling to Sphere or calling uh, just listed, just sold or whatever, or Fizbos or whatever. So, and then pick top 5 only. I think even 5 is more than enough. You could probably include open houses and then door knocking and some calls. Even if you pick top 3, it'll help you get going. Later on, you can add other other methods of prospecting. Got it? Okay, so we'll be developing a prospecting plan. Okay, first of all, can someone share what they would pick as a prospecting method? Different people from what you have learned so far. Go ahead. Hello, can you hear me? Hello?
I think my aha moments are really just, getting out there, talking with people, talking with friends and family, and then the importance of, hosting the open houses just to kind of get your feet wet, and start having those conversations. And I'm really grateful to Keller Williams for the scripts that we have. So
Yeah.
you don't have to feel like you're going to be tongue tied. You have a good sense of how to drive a conversation.
Exactly. If you know, and my experience is, and I didn't do it in the beginning to internalize the scripts. I was just, saying something at open houses and talking to people on the phone, the people I knew, friends and all that. I got some business and all that. Later on, I learned you have to internalize the scripts. Once you internalize the script, how do you internalize the scripts? By repeating, almost, memorizing the scripts, and then role playing with other agents in your office or on the phone or whatever. That way, you're very confident in saying. The reason for that is once you are in front of a prospect, let's say it's a cold prospect, you would know what to say. You will not be, searching for what do I say, right? That's the reason. And you could do prospecting as you go about your business the whole day. You're going grocery shopping and bank or whatever. You could be talking to people, make conversation, and then not immediately about real estate, but you after a little bit talking, getting to know a little bit about them, then say, hey, do you own a home? For example, you just making conversation, and then say, oh, where do you live? And then do you have any plans on moving? And eventually it should come up. It cannot be directly. You cannot just go to someone as you just saw or met, say, do you have any plans on moving or something? You know what I'm saying? making conversation, getting to know them, and then, bring real estate in the conversation. So scripts and all that are very important. And I'm a productivity coach and mentor. They just appointed me productivity coach last month, and I have from now noon to 1, I have script practice and role play, and then I do the coaching class today, every Monday. And today I'm going to actually make calls in front of everyone so they'll learn and then learn how to speak, what to follow the script, and then they do it themselves. First, they practice the script and start calling people. So I developed that plan. Others have done it also. So, okay. Anyone has any questions or anything? Okay, for this thing, lastly, what you should be doing is add at least 10 contacts per day, have 10 conversations per day. My goal was initially, when I first got started, after a while, after I got into coaching and all that, to make 20 contacts per day. But even if you have 10, you're starting somewhere. At least 5 to 6 days a week, you make 10 conversations a day, 10 different people, not the same. Let's say you got a lead today, and then you have to call them a week from now. That won't count as a conversation to a new client. That's a follow-up, right? So 10 conversations means 10 new conversations. You talk to new people. Then handwritten notes. When you meet someone at open house, if you have their address or then you can write them a note. It was really nice meeting you. I look forward to helping you. Whatever, short note. If you don't have their address, if you have their email, you could send them an email also, but preferably handwritten notes to mail them. And then get to know the market. 10 home previews per week. Do you guys in your market, Vacaville especially, or even Santa Clara, do you have marketing meetings and then brokers tours every week? No? Yes?
I haven't attended any.
Okay, that's a good idea. Either you pick a home yourself, several homes a day, the new listings that have just come up. They don't have to be your own market center. There could be other brokerages, and then go preview them.
Okay.
Or if you have a broker's tour on a specific day, in our market it's Thursdays. It's starting back now. We didn't have for a while due to pandemic. So all the agents after our meeting, regular meeting, we go, together preview homes, homes that are on the tour. These days, there's not too many. It used to be a lot when I first started. There used to be at least 20, 30 homes in our market to tour. These days, only maybe a few, maybe 4 or 5 only, or maybe 10 at the most. The inventory is still low. I don't know how it is in your market centers. Over here is still pretty low. Okay, so yeah, as I was saying before, why is it important to learn internalize and personalize scripts, right? To lead generate, and you need to find out their motivation, the prospect's motivation, and see if they have any objections or anything. Okay, those are the basic all this we are not doing, role play, script practice and all that. You have to set up a time for script practice yourself or with others. It's better if you do it with others, so you're helping each other, and then role play it between between each other. That really helps, the role play especially, and then you're seeing how others do it, and you're learning the scripts and as well as role play. Everyone knows what role play is. Has anyone done it? Done any role plays? Anyone?
Not yet.
Not yet? Okay. This also we're not doing. It's actual calling people, lead generation, calling with scripts. So, and then lastly, update contacts and follow up. Contract also we're not doing here. This is just this portion, which is now 10 o'clock. Okay. Does everyone have a command account, right? Most of you probably have. Then there's a connect command. Connect. You can see a lot of classes and all that pre-recorded or even live sessions you could go to. You can. I think this is in your participant material also. You can prioritize what you want to do. And really, I appreciate if you could scan this code and give the feedback survey. Do this survey for me for the marker, for the KW. Okay. And so that's it. Anyone has anything? Let me know. You can look me up under Keller Williams Fremont. And if you have any question or anything in help, you can email me or call me even. Number is there. Okay.
Thank you.
So did everyone learn something today about
Mhm.
CrossFit?
Yes, thank you.
This is a start. You have to actually do it in, wherever you are in market center. Especially the script practice and role play, and then if you make calls in a group, it encourages you to do it. Okay, thank you so much. Bye-bye.
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 Bye.
Bye.